A report has surfaced pointing towards Sony taking a drastic step towards the release of a Metal Gear Solid film. Deadline reports that Sony is in talks with director Jordan Vogt Roberts to direct a film based on Hideo Kojima and Konami's Metal Gear Solid franchise. The project is apparently being produced by AVGT, who has served as producer on nearly every Marvel film, and is extended producer on the video game television show Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. A Metal Gear Solid movie has been rumored for some time. According to Deadline, the long-term delay of the project is related to the fact that it just took so long for the game creators and the studio to find themselves on the same page to tell the story of Solid Snake.
Alright, so next article of news is Sony's moving forward with a Metal Gear Solid movie, or Metal Gear movie.
So it's a Metal Gear movie with Solid Snake.
So it could be based on the first game.
Could be, yes.
It could either be based off the first Metal Gear game, or it could be based off the first Metal Gear Solid
It's
game.
gonna find a computer!
No, I would be okay with the first Metal Gear game, and especially since if Sony has anything to do with it, they're pretty good about trusting original source material. I mean, I won't say they're perfect, but I mean, you look at the 2 Spider-Man movies that we got, that was pretty good about paying tribute to the original material.
2? Yeah. There's 3.
Technically,
Well,
there's 5.
I think Bill's probably talking about the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Because there's 5 movies. We get 3 Raimi trilogies.
Bill's squinting his eyes.
He probably doesn't want to think about the third movie, third Spider-Man movie.
None of us want to think
Emo
about it.
Spider-Man was epic. He did this like strut down the road and everything.
I'm talking about, man, he even had a dance scene.
Yeah. He
That was an
jigged
epic
down the
fail.
road.
That was an epic fail.
That
No,
was
he
an
was jigging.
epic fail to make Mary Jane jealous. Like, dude,
He was just jigging.
he was...
Let him jig. Anyways, what was the name of that director guy that they just scrounged up off the bottom of a rock somewhere?
Director Jordan Vogt Roberts.
Never heard of him. And you listed out the movies to us.
It was
and I don't know any of those damn movies.
He is a director of such great films as Offerman's One Man Show, Offerman American Ham. That get you guys going?
Summer.
Kings of Summer. You guys loved the Kings of Summer.
I've never seen it.
You loved it. It was the
Look,
movie.
I've never heard of any of
It
them.
was the movie that made you remember what it was like to be a little girl.
What movie is it like?
Well, this movie...
Why would you name it the Kings of Summer?
Well, look at that, right there.
The question is
Who's producing the movie?
The producer is
Oh, for the love of God,
do you
let me
have
turn around so that way I can read. Where am I at?
Oh no!
Damn it, computer! You make me look bad.
Listen to all the work he has to do. He has to read a name.
Arad.
Who has served as producer on nearly every Marvel film.
Okay, the producer, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
The director, I got a bad feeling about this one. That's all I'm going to say about it.
To be fair,
Yeah.
Avengers is one of the best movies you've ever seen, right?
Yeah, that's why I said the producer,
I'm
okay with.
It was directed by a nobody.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Some of the best movies ever were directed by nobodies.
He never.
Was like, oh my god!
The guy that did Avengers had never done a movie even close to that scale ever. His experience was nowhere near what should have been casted for that movie, but the trust of the producer was like, I think you got it. I think you do. And even he in an interview was like, I had almost no idea what I was doing. It was learn on the fly. Like, it was such a huge thing compared to what he'd done, and he still produced one of the greatest movies you've ever seen. So,
I've got high hopes.
But
I'm going to keep in the back of my mind is like, this could suck.
Here's why I don't really think it's going to suck as much as you guys think. First off, you have to have the game creator, the studio, they found themselves on the same page to finally get this thing off the ground. I don't really think Hideo Kojima is going to be like, yes, you can make a Metal Gear movie.
How involved is he? Because remember, let me make a quote.
I understand I know where you're going.
Let me make a quote. We are working directly with Akira Toriyama to produce this film. It will be true to the story, and it will bring Dragon Ball Z new life.
That movie sucks.
Oh, God.
Direct quote.
It had nothing to do with it.
No.
They had a Piccolo.
No.
There were Dragon Balls,
Dragon
There were
Balls, that's it.
From a
Dragon Balls and the name of the characters.
which now they didn't even get them all the way right.
Yeah.
Hey, Gohan! Come on, watch the show! Fuck!
They're actually going to release a Dragon Ball Z anime movie, the Battle of the Gods. They're going
Yeah,
They're
to
finally bringing that to...
they're bringing an
the
actual
States.
Dragon Ball movie to the movie
With
theaters.
one major difference from American to Japanese
Yes!
version.
Yes!
What's the big difference?
Bills.
In the Japanese
name?
version, Biros.
Biros?
Biros or something like that.
Name
Yes.
him Bills.
No.
Gotta
You
have
want
a,
more of this guy?
I
need to
thought-
drink a Biros.
I thought it was being called
Need to
Bills
drink a
in the...
Biros.
In the Japanese
American one.
version, his name is Bills.
That's what I thought he was being called in America.
No, I read the thing, the description, and it said Biros. So check it out. I could be wrong,
I'm looking it up.
But
Keep talking about the Metal Gear movie
but
thing.
if Hideo Kojima has a big part of this movie, it is not
But
going to
just,
suck.
just being like, yeah, you can do it. That's not a big part. I don't know. Maybe I should make another quote. Man, I seem to like my mind falls back to a time long ago when Nintendo controllers reigned supreme. Snake
Oh.
Revenge.
Yeah, but then also you got to remember is that when Snake seen when Snake seen that he ran away. When Hideo Kojima seen that, he came back and made a better one.
But it still comes down to the fact that it did happen.
So yes, okay, let's say he doesn't get involved. This movie could suck, but then he'll see that his creation sucks.
Because they're
then he'd be like, "You're done. Let me take over."
That's not the only game that he's been given, like, they say that he had nothing to do with Snake's Revenge, but at the very least you had to contact Konami and be like, can I do this?
Yeah.
And the truth, so because of that, that means they did have permission in one way or another, and he's given the thumbs up on other Metal Gear projects that people think are subpar, and he didn't have anything to really do with them. He was working on other important projects.
Yeah. He was working on actual
Told you.
Metal
We're gonna be
Gear
drinking a
stuff.
Beerus.
Told you.
Yep.
I don't know
Bring
why.
the Biros.
But you know how America is really weird about calling things God. They're translating Super Saiyan God. We're not calling him something else.
When we got the Gundam translations, nothing was allowed to be called God. That was so crazy sacrilegious. There was no way they were going to put the name God on anything.
Look at G Gundam. Burning Gundam was actually God Gundam.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, so they changed God to Bernie. He's Super Saiyan God. They're bringing that over, but
Super
what is
Saiyan Jesus.
what is so wrong with Bills? It's a plain Jane name with an S, you know? I just don't understand, like, why you gotta change the name?
Because it's America and we like to drink us some beer.
If I'm standing on it, it's America.
I don't think everything needs to be Americanized because that's never
Maybe you
always
didn't hear
good.
me.
Okay, look.
If I'm standing on it, it's America.
So you're telling me if I go to, I don't know, Africa, now it's America?
If I'm standing on it, it's America.
If only if you stand
If
on
I
it.
stand on it, it's America.
Let's go to Africa because now it's America.
I ain't going to
Oi,
Africa.
pricks!
I'm here in America.
All right,
But wherever you go is America, so you're going to go to America.
Back to the subject.
Okay, because here's where the problem comes down to. The reason why it has to be Americanized is because we are nerds. We understand there are multiple cultures, and in each culture, there's going to be different variants of norm. In America, even though we're all everything, we don't give a rat's ass. If it ain't from here, we don't like it. Even though we're from everywhere else, if it ain't from here, we don't like it.
So
You gotta
anyways,
change it to
Metal
here.
Gear movie.
Now, there's two major things that I have with this. One is whether it's going to be Metal Gear or if it's going to be Metal Gear Solid. The second, it just says movie. It doesn't say theatrical movie.
Actually, my big thing is I want to know who they're going to have play Solid Snake.
Yeah.
Some guy.
I mean,
The real question,
Nope, they're gonna flip it, Bill.
But
it's
the
gonna
real
be a
question,
woman.
but
instead
doesn't
of
say
real
a
question
Solid
comes down to Sony. Is Sony making it for us or them? That's the real question you need to ask here.
and is it going to be live action or is it going to be a CG, maybe like the Final Fantasy VII
Advent Children.
That's the reason I'm asking, though, because you see, when Hideo Kojima gives his go-ahead and says, yes, do it, that's why I ask, is it being made for them or us? If it's being made for more primarily their audiences, then people like us are probably going to like it because we like the original material. Where if it
I understand what you're getting at.
if they bastardize this into an Arnold Schwarzenegger flick,
Oh, you mean like Dragon Ball Evolution?
if they turn this into Commando or Rambo,
then they're going to get Arnold Schwarzenegger to be Solid Snake.
that's not me saying that this is that either of those movies are bad, but
No, they're not.
let's be honest, that's the American prototype to the Metal Gear ideal.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the way that we see it.
IMDb has Metal Gear Solid on here, so it's Metal Gear Solid, based on the 1998 video game.
So it's going to be based on the Shadow Moses event. It says that,
and it doesn't say who is playing anything yet. It just says who the
what's it say? The
is.
director.
Director is Jordan
Vogue.
Roberts. So German dude.
Okay.
And then writers, it's got David S. Goyer and Hideo Kojima. But under Hideo Kojima, it says video game. So
I'm sorry, but the fact that Nick said German guy, now I have a feeling it might be bad. Because there was
it's not going to be Uebo.
Yeah, I know it's not going to be him, but thanks to him, I don't trust him with our video games. Don't trust it. No offense. I just don't trust it.